undefeated in the professional ranks as well. He is the 25-year-old from DR Congo. Kabeji PITA preparing for his opening bout of Dubai 2025, having received a bye in the round of 32. His opponent in the blue corner is at the other end, or a differing end of the experience spectrum, just 21 years of age, Adrian FRESNEDA, and he produced a terrific second round stoppage over Israel Nzui of Cabo Verde in the round of 32, right here in Ring B. Former world youth champion.
Round
4
1.
contests out of 4 up at heavyweight 92 kilograms back in 2022, and this contest is underway. What an affair we have in store here. 2 incredibly talented and accomplished boxers bidding for a place at the quarter-final stage of the 86 kilogram cruiserweight division. The man wearing red is in his first bout of Dubai 2025. And that is Kabeji PITA, 25 years of age, part of a 6-strong DR Congo boxing team, and a man looking to establish his long, raking left jab. Adrian FRESNEDA, each man highly decorated. PITA, long since one of the best boxers on the entire continent of Africa, as evidenced by his 2 African titles in consecutive years in 2022 and 2023, followed by an All-Africa Games gold from the delayed event in Ghana last year. So contrasting styles, because you can see that PITA will look to get up close to short and mid-range, whereas FRESNEDA, who was born in Havana and actually won a national youth title before the World Championships in 2022. And again, if you're a fan of IBA boxing, heads come together on the inside. Let's hope that PITA hasn't sustained a cut. A national youth title of Cuba is what he was able to secure in 2022. Doesn't want to be standing there against the ropes. The burst of straight punches penetrates his defenses. Right hand over the top from PITA. Turning the tables is FRESNEDA. And it's resulting in terrific action of the highest quality. That's a fantastic left uppercut slung into the solar plexus from FRESNEDA, followed by a raking left jab. Edging his way forwards after perhaps feeling the effects of that body shot is PITA. Left hook on the inside from PITA is a scoring shot. So moving laterally, both left and right, is FRESNEDA. Another forward foray of a 2 and 3 phase attack from PITA. Dealing with it well by engaging reverse gear is FRESNEDA. So FRESNEDA looking to keep the gap between himself and his opponent. And again, that's good work from PITA because he kept the attack going. The first 2 punches were short of the mark, but he continued his advance and did find a home to the body with his last 2 shots. So first round in the book in this 86 kilogram quarter-final. A round between boxers with contrasting styles, and it resulted in a really competitive first 3 minutes. Now this man looked to unfurl front foot pressure with 2 and 3 phase attacks, and he did have success, but I think the more eye-catching shots, such as the left uppercut to the body and the left jab, probably enough to tilt the round in FRESNEDA's favor. But of course, it can be a case of what you prefer. But look at that. The quality of punch that FRESNEDA was able to uncoil. And I think he did so more consistently during the course of the first 3 minutes. So a clean sweep of the cards in favor of Adrian FRESNEDA.
Round 2.
So moving to the second round. FRESNEDA out onto the front foot immediately behind that stiff left jab, and look at how he's not conceding ground against his more compact, seemingly stronger opponents, but he's moving around him, is FRESNEDA. He did just have to engage reverse gear as the two men landing good shots to the body. Remember, taking the first round unanimously as a good thrusting left downstairs is scored by PITA. And he is on the front foot, now keeping the movement going, circling his man clockwise is FRESNEDA. Solid left jab from PITA, beating his man to the punch. And I think nose damage may have been sustained by FRESNEDA. And now getting into his preferred territory is PITA. Arcing punches being dug in from both flanks, and FRESNEDA being forced to stand and fight. Just stealing a glance to his blue corner to the right of my commentary position. Rafael Lozano heading up the coaching staff, the former two-time Olympic medalist, though who better to get advice from. But this one really heating up here now, because PITA has found his range, looking to re-establish the gap behind that long left jab is FRESNEDA, but can he keep the man from DR Congo off? Oh, and he comes forward behind a pile, driving right cross. That's terrific work, and another right hand. This one not set up by a jab. The jab followed it. And PITA able to get himself into his preferred territory at short and mid-range and score heavily with arcing punches. Left hooks to the body exchange on the resumption. And PITA has got FRESNEDA pinned on the ropes once again and looking to burrow away downstairs once more. Right hand over the top. FRESNEDA bobbing and weaving on the ropes, but he's in against a masterful box puncher at short and mid-range. Just gaining some respite during that coming together in the clinch. Left hook is a solid shot from PITA, and PITA continuing to dig away. Body shots being exchanged by boxers, but it's PITA grinding his way forwards. And after doing such a good job in the opening of the round, good left-right combination by FRESNEDA, after doing such a good job of moving around his opponents in the early stages behind a stiff left jab at the start of round number 2. The deeper we've got into this second round, the more that the muscular man from DR Congo has been able to maraud his way into it. He too just seeking a breather on the inside, works his way back in behind a left-right before helping himself with a right hand to the body. High tempo round and a gap of respect between the two. Terrific contest. Now, I happen to think that the man in red has worked his way back into this one after conceding the second round unanimously. FRESNEDA did an outstanding job maintaining the gap and staying in the space of center ring at the start, circling his man behind a stiff left jab. But the more we got into the round, it was PITA who was able to walk his man down, get into his preferred territory, and dig away downstairs and score to the head with arcing hooks. Sensational response for my money, but how will the 5 scoring judges see it? He really did stick it on FRESNEDA, who wasn't bowed or cowed at all. He stayed with it, but I just don't think he did enough to take the round. It was a fantastic second round of boxing, but the more we went through it, the more it became PITA's bout, or PITA's type of bout. And he has turned it around by sweeping the cards unanimously. As we go into the third and final round, it is all square. 19 points apiece for all 5 scoring judges, and the momentum is in favor of the man in red. After conceding the first round across the board, PITA has taken the second round for all 5 judges. Will he be able to maintain that type of momentum and apply the type of pressure? As you see, FRESNEDA looking to remain in the space of center ring behind a stiff left jab, brings a right cross over the top, and the two men just looking to work their way into their preferred distance. Inaccurate right hand over the top from FRESNEDA, countered by a good left hand to the body, and now jabs being exchanged, but it's PITA who getting the better of the trade-off with the work downstairs once again. And look at the manner in which he's putting punches together. Right hand over the top from PITA, left jab from FRESNEDA. Terrific quality. Two-way action of the highest order here in the middle of the boxing ring. But again, increasingly it is becoming PITA's type of bout, because the tall sharpshooter, Adrian FRESNEDA, is being forced to stand and fight. And then when he tried to get on his bike, he's finding PITA right in his chest, and both men trading heavy leather. Approaching the halfway stage of this third and final round. Back into the breach they both step, looking for success at short and mid-range. Beautiful right hand landed by PITA, looking to respond inside with shots underneath is FRESNEDA. Terrific trade-offs ensuing. And again, I just think it's the man in red who's getting the better of them, but credit to FRESNEDA, the 21-year-old, seeking to demonstrate that he will not be outgunned in these close quarter exchanges. Right hand from FRESNEDA is a good shot, but PITA back with hooks of his own. FRESNEDA now driving PITA backwards and having success with the man from DR Congo on the ropes. PITA turns the tables and comes back with more quality offense to both body and head at short range. So the action right back at close quarters once again, toe-to-toe stuff, as each man seeking to just sap the will of their opponent, but they're finding an opponent who is equally resolute. Oh, and PITA staggered as he just lost his balance after landing a cracking hook of his own, and all of a sudden PITA's gas tank has drained alarmingly. He takes another right hand. The referee's intervention may well have come to his aid here, because as he takes a solid left hook. This is a terrific rally in the closing stages by FRESNEDA. And the bell, well, they're punching right up to it, and that is a terrific final round. Now, I happen to think that PITA got the better of the majority of the final round, but in the closing 15 seconds or so, he appeared to be out on his feet. His boxing stance completely betraying him, had trouble maintaining his balance. Now, is that late rally going to be enough for FRESNEDA? It's incredibly tight. And remember, with all 5 scores being level at 19 points apiece going into the final round, it will be subject to bout review. I happen to think the man in red has done enough to take it, but what say the 5 scoring judges?
Ladies and gentlemen, on Ring B, after a bout review, your winner by split decision. In the red corner, representing the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
PITA has taken it on a split decision verdict, which went to bout review. Now, the final round was given to FRESNEDA, but then the observer and the evaluator both preferred the work of the man in red, and so it has been overturned effectively. The 3-2 verdict that FRESNEDA would have earned on bout review, the external observer and evaluator both preferring the work in the final or overall of the man in red, and he has got the verdict by the narrowest of 4-3 margins. What a contest! Highest quality, terrific action back and forth, and it is PITA who goes through. FRESNEDA, remember the name, just 21 years of age in his first senior world championships. We're going to see him again, but we're going to see PITA at the quarter-final stage of the cruiserweight tournament. This was when PITA's gas tank just began to plummet, and FRESNEDA punching right up until the final bell to edge the final round. His corner thought that the rally was enough, and it was indeed enough to give it to him in terms of the 3-minute stanza. But when all the scores were tabulated, It is PITA who prevailed to go through to the last 8.